5 seconds. In exercise of the power under clause 3 of rule 2 EE, the state of Punjab issued notification number 9874 THBTT 67 oblique 34526 dated 29th October 1967, declaring all the Veds Hakims who had been registered under the East Punjab Ayurvedic and Unani Practitioners Act 1949 and the PAPSU Ayurvedic and Unani Practitioners Act 2008 BK and the Punjab Ayurvedic and Unani Practitioners Act 1963 as persons practicing modern system of medicine for purposes of the Drugs Act. 1. Dr. Sarwan Singh Dardi, who was a medical practitioner registered with the Board of Ayurvedic and Unani System of Medicines, Punjab, and who was practicing modern system of medicines, was served with an order of the District Drugs Inspector Hoshiarpur prohibiting him from keeping in his possession any allopathic drugs for administration to patients and further issuing general direction to the chemists not to issue allopathic drugs to any patient on the prescription of the said doctor. That action of the Punjab inspector was questioned by Dr. Dardi in the Punjab and Haryana court in CWP number 2204 of 1986. He claimed that he was covered by the said notification and was entitled to prescribe allopathic medicine to his patients and store such drugs for their treatment, hereinafter referred to as Dardi case. A division bench of the Punjab and Haryana High Court by judgment dated September 17, 1986 held that the said notification was ultra vires the provisions of subclause V, heard all the said civil appeals, special leave petitions, and writ petitions together, as the question involved in all the cases is common. Mr. D. Thakur, learned senior counsel appearing for the appellant's petitioner in the appeals and special leave petitions, has argued that the grounds on which the Punjab and Haryana High Court dismissed Dr. Dardi's writ petition were not applicable to the appellant's petitioners, and without noticing the difference, the division bench denied relief to them, so the judgments under appeal are unsustainable in law. The rule in question submits the learned senior counsel was formed under the Drugs Act, having regard to the factual position that the qualified allopathic doctors are not available in the rural areas, and that persons like the appellant's petitioners have been catering to the medical needs of the residents of such areas. As such, the rule is in public interest. The rule, it is argued, cannot be said to be illegal for what of legislative competence as Section 33 of the Drugs Act confers very wide power on the central government to frame rules. As the class of medical petitioners postulated by clause of the rule can properly be identified by the state governments, they are empowered to declare by general or specific order such class, and the notifications issued by various state governments are well within the ambit of the rule. In any event, urged the Land Council, the High Court ought not to have dismissed the writ petition in limine, and that it ought to have gone into the merits of the case of the petitioners on the basis of the qualifications possessed by them, and allowed them to prescribe allopathic medicines as registered medical practitioner. Mr. K. S. Bhati, Land Council, appearing for the state of Rajasthan, in his arguments strongly supported the judgment of the Rajasthan High Court under appeal. Mr. H. M. Singh, appearing for the state of Punjab, also supports the judgment of Punjab and Haryana High Court, and went further and submitted that the rule itself was invalid. A strange plea by the state government indeed. Mr. Devinder Singh, appearing for respondent number 1 in special leave petition C number 8422 of 1995, also maintained the arguments of Mr. Bhati. Mr. Ranjit Kumar, who appeared for allopathic doctors, vehemently contended that a non-allopathic doctor could not be permitted to prescribe allopathic medicines. He supported the ground on which the Rajasthan High Court had struck down the rule, and also the interpretation placed by the Punjab and Haryana High Court on the said rule. His alternative submission is that even if valid hakims are held to be within the ambit of Clause 3 after the enactment of Section 15(2)(b) of the Medical Council (ACC) and the Indian Medicine Center Council Act 1970, that clause ceased to be operative.